Assalamu alaikum children. How are you all? Hope you all are very safe at your home. Now, children, today we are going to know more about plants. In last class, you learnt about introduction for plants and types of root systems like taproot system and fibrous root system. Okay, children. Now, today in this class, we are going to learn more about root and stem. So, for that, I will you are having a simple activity. Let us learn how to do that activity. Children, you are seeing here a bean plant. Bean seeds, that is sprouted bean seeds. Next, germination of a bean plant you are seeing in this picture. So keep it in mind, it is a bean plant. Okay, now to do that activity, what we should do is, first of all, we should take 2 paper cups, and after taking paper cups, we should fill it with fertile soil. Okay, then take 2 or 3 bean seeds and a cup, and one of the cup, and a few finger millets, that is ragi, in Telugu ragulu. So in another cup you should drop some finger millets. Okay, next, after sowing these seeds into that fertile soil, bean seeds in 1 cup, and after sowing finger millets in another cup, you should sprinkle water on them. Okay, then you place it by the window because to get sunlight. So after a couple of days, what happens to these 2 cups? You will observe them sprout. Observe the newly emerging leaves from that seeds. How many leaves have emerged from the bean seed and how many leaves have emerged from the finger millet seed? You observe. The first leaves emerging from the seed during germination are called as seed leaves. What are seed leaves? The first leaves emerging from the seed during germination are known as seed leaves. The seed leaf within the seed is called the cotyledon. The seed leaf within the seed is called cotyledon. Upon germination, these cotyledons emerge as the first leaves of a seedling. Based on this, the plants are classified as monocots or dicots. That is based on cotyledons. Bean seed has 2 cotyledons. You can see in this picture. Here you can see a bean seed is having 2 cotyledons. So that we can say that bean plant is a dicot plant. Whereas if you see for finger millet, it has only 1 cotyledon. So it is a monocot plant. Now again sprinkle water over the seedlings, over the cotyledons. Take out the plants out of the soil carefully along with their roots. Now observe the roots of both the bean seeds and finger millet seeds. So what kind of root system do you find in the bean plant? Or what kind of root system do you find in the finger millet plant? Let's see. So here if you see, yes, now the root system of bean and finger plant I am showing you here. So first picture is the bean plant. In this bean plant we are having a single main root, the two thick root, which is called as taproot. For this taproot we are having some lateral roots, so that we can call this root system as a taproot system. In the second picture you are having finger millet plant. You see here, how are the roots of this finger millet? If you see here, all the roots are of uniform size and they are arising from a single point. That is a base of the this stem. From this base of the stem, all the roots are arising, so that we can call it as a fibrous root system, because it is a characteristic feature of fibrous root system. Okay, now we have observed root system of a bean plant and finger millet plant. With this we can say bean plant is having two cotyledons. So bean plant is a dicot plant and it is having taproot system. If you see here and this finger millet plant has one cotyledon. So we can call it as monocot. Mono means one. For this monocot plants, what type of root system is there? It's fibrous root system. So generally dicots will be having taproot system and monocots will be having fibrous root system. Now, what is the function of this root? So one of the main function of the root is it absorbs water and minerals from the soil, and this water is helpful in photosynthesis process. We know that. Now, if we see how a root absorbs water, now we can observe this by doing a simple activity you can do in your home. What is that simple activity means? Simply you take a carrot and take a cup of water and in that water you drop some blue colored ink and stir it. Now the water becomes blue in color. Next you drop the carrot in that, or place the carrot in that blue colored water vessel and left it for 3 or 4 days. Then after 4 days you observe what happened to this carrot. Now after 4 days you take the carrot and you cut it and it's lengthwise. When you cut this, for your surprise, you observe blue colored spots on inside the carrot, and where you have already you have got the carrot now. In that you observe some blue colored spots. This confirms that because carrot is a root, it absorbs water from the soil. Now in your activity it is observed blue colored water from your vessel. So we can confirm that it absorbs water and minerals from the soil. So next, another function of a root. It fixes the plant to the soil, and in some others, now here you can see it's a bean plant with the two cotyledons. Very clearly you can able to see here. These are two cotyledons. Here in finger millet only single cotyledon. Now we go for function of roots. Some roots store food in some plants like carrot, sweet potato, beetroot, radish, like that. These plants are storing food in their roots, and these roots bulge out, and these bulged out roots are called as tuberous roots. So, what are tuberous roots? What are the examples of tuberous roots? Then we can say what you are seeing in this picture: carrot, sweet potato, beetroot, and radish. These are the tuberous roots, you can say. Next, do you find roots always underground or aerially also? Can we see? That means above the soil also do we see some roots? Now, Yes, you're seeing here some of the plants like banyan tree, sugarcane, and last one is maize. What you're seeing in this banyan tree, its roots are hanging. We can also call these roots as hanging roots. And in sugarcane also the roots are present aerially. And in maize also these are present above the soil. So why in some plants roots are present aerially? Why? What is the need for it? So first of all we call these roots as aerial roots. Why these aerial roots are necessary for these plants means they give additional support to the plant. Additional support they give for plants like banyan tree, sugarcane, and maize. And if you say mangroves, there these aerial roots help in respiration. Okay, there is a function of a root. Now we go for shoot system. What do you mean by shoot system? The part of the plant that is present above the soil or aerially is called a shoot system. The aerial part of the plant above the ground is also known as shoot system. And this, what is the main axis of the shoot system? That is nothing but stem. This shoot system consists of stem, leaves, flowers, fruits. The stem grows above the soil and it grows towards the sunlight. And it also has nodes and internodes. What do you mean by a node? What is an internode? Now we see. Nodes are the parts of the stem where the leaf arises. Here in this picture you can observe. See here, where the leaf is arising, there a small bud is there. That the place of the stem where the leaf is arising is known as a node. And if you go upper side for another leaf, again there is another node. And the stem in between these two nodes is known as internode. So this is a node and internode. Next we go for apical bud and axillary bud. What is an apical bud? The bud that is present at the tip of the stem is known as apical bud or terminal bud. And the bud that is present at the axils of the leaves and are in the place of node. You are seeing very clearly at the place of node two buds are present. They are known as axillary buds. So now it's clear for you what is a node, what is an internode, what is apical bud and axillary bud. Now we see a simple activity about the function of a stem. If you see function of stem, what is the main function of stem? It conducts water. The roots are absorbing water. So the water that is absorbed from the roots is carried by the stem to the other parts of the body. Now how it is carried? With a simple activity we can confirm that plant has stem has conduction of water function. For this what you have to take is you have to take a twig and at the same time in a beaker you should take some water. In that water now you take red ink you drop some red ink drops and stir it well, then it becomes red colored water. In that water you place the twig you have taken, then leave it for some time. After some time you observe. What you observe means some of the twig or some of the stem of it had become red. With this we can confirm that stem conducts water. Now we see what are the functions of the stem. Now already we have seen that it conducts water. Other than that, the stem supports the branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. It transports water and minerals from roots to the upper aerial parts of the plant. It transports food from the leaves to other parts through the stem, and it stores food as in the case of sugarcane. And if you see here, modifications of stem is some plants like potato, turmeric, garlic, ginger, and sugarcane store food material in the stem, due to which the stem bulges in size. Generally, we think that these are tubers or roots, but they are actually modified stems. So we should not confuse. Potato is not a root, but it is a stem. Like that, ginger, turmeric, onion, garlic, all these are modified stems. So, children, we continue our discussion about leaf in our next session. Up to that, study well. Allah Hafiz.